about 2:30 p.m. Friday, February 28th. I did a TikTok earlier today where I talked about what Zelensky should do in response to this. He should, in this Oval Office temper tantrum from Trump and J.D. Vance, he should abandon Donald Trump and he should abandon the United States and go to Europe, get support from them, and beat Putin without our help, and make Donald Trump and Trump's United States utterly irrelevant on the world stage. In that same video, I talked at some length about why Donald Trump hates Ukraine and Zelensky. But I also wanted to talk about why the MAGA base hates Zelensky and Ukraine. And some of the reasons are the same. They think that Ukraine interfered in the 2016 election on behalf of Hillary Clinton. That's not true. They hate Ukraine and Zelensky because Donald Trump got impeached for trying to blackmail Zelensky over the phone in 2018. But they also believe tremendous amounts of fabricated, made-up disinformation. They believe that military aid from the United States consists of pallets of $100 bills that are simply dropped off in Ukraine for Zelensky and his cronies to do with whatever they want. When in reality, 90% of the military aid that we've sent to Ukraine has been our own weapons that are older, somewhat outdated, still light years ahead of what the Russians have. And the money that we have spent, the actual dollars that we have spent, we've spent here purchasing new upgraded weapon systems from American defense contractors that are manufactured in the United States by Americans. But they think that Zelensky has skimmed like a third or half of that cash, those pallets of cash that never existed, and that he and his generals. I saw a story when the LA wildfires were going on that some MAGA chud shared that 8 or 10 senior Ukrainian generals, that their multi-million-dollar mansions had burned in the LA wildfires. They believe that. That never happened. Those generals did not own homes, million-dollar mansions in the Los Angeles area. There was a story going around about a year ago that Zelensky had skimmed a bunch of this money and had bought 2 several $100 million yachts that were anchored at various. They, of course, also believe the Q stuff, that the cabal of Hollywood and prominent Democrats were running a child SA network through Ukraine. Yeah, they believe that. And they believe somehow that there are biolabs in Ukraine and that somehow those biolabs contributed to COVID. So it's like, I think it's very important to understand the motives here. I mean, that Oval Office interaction, press conference, meeting, whatever the hell you want to call it, that was Donald Trump's revenge on Zelensky for being impeached in 2018. Today was Donald Trump's revenge. This was his retribution, flat out. That's all today was. It was Trump's revenge on Zelensky, and the base of inbred, mouth-breathing, Gomer MAGA chud people are cheering it on because they believe all of those other things as well. They believe all of those other things as well. But I think understanding people's motives is very important, because if you don't understand Trump and Vance's motives, and you saw what happened today, like in a vacuum, it would be extremely confusing. Unless you understood that today explicitly was about nothing more than Trump's revenge for being impeached in 2018.